Guys, it's like again, Lex again, and today I'm playing against it's a let's say a medium rated match. So I'm 694 against 60 card special with 300 rating. Sorry, so not so high rated, and I'm playing against the James Arc Fish OTK deck. So yeah, and I'm still running the Machina Fortress deck that I showed earlier. So here he starts with the swap frog, pitch the fishborg, and set up the Truman frog. And yeah, you don't attack on my set monster, which is smart. So I just go for the Lila, try to apply a bit of pressure, and just pass my turn. Don't mean anything relevant. So he goes for the Caius. He banishes the set monster obviously because he has to know it's a Raiko or a hamster. Then he clears the Lila, and he sets his roar. I also get the Trag in place. I can make a synchro next turn because I really need to apply a bit of pressure. So I use the Dust Tornado on the trap card. It works, and then I can make a Trag level 4, then make a level 6 out of it. Go for the Goyo Guardian, clear the Caius. Sorry, and yeah, I just was my turn. But here he's all set up for the OTK, so you just pitch a water monster, special summon Swap Frog, send a second tribune, normal summon the Deep Sea King, and yeah, he just goes for it. So he special summon, he goes for double oyster, one fishborg, and yeah, that's it because he had one heal in hand, and he also had the one Tongyo. So even though he bricked, he can go for the Colossal Fighter. Then you can go for the Armory Arm OTK, and yeah, that's just game. So you can equip the Armory Arm on the Goyo Guardian and crash over and over with a Colossal Fighter, and that's just it. So we're going to game number 2 this time, and yeah, what did it gone? So I think he breathed pretty bad here. So I go for the charge of the Light Brigade, get the Raikou, set the Raikou, I believe, set the trap. And yeah, so I set it in the soul release to clear the frogs. So he set the Tribune Frog, and here I think, what do I do? Do I go for the set monster? Yeah, I go for the set MST because I'm expecting him of setting like a dupe frog or a Tribune Frog, and I want to banish it with the Caius. So yeah, I go for the compulsory on the set monster just so that way it doesn't have the Tribune Frog in play. Then I use the gear frame to search Machina Force. I special summon the fortress and yeah, just some damage. So yeah, it's not really relevant at this point still because anything can happen. So I just process the heavy storm and see how it goes. So now it takes a heal which doesn't do anything, and it still doesn't have the Truman Frog in the grave, and also it doesn't have any access to the Deep Sea King. So I need to keep putting the pressure on because I don't want to get OTK'd again. So he goes for the substitute play, and he set up the Tribune Frog, I believe, yeah. And just oh, he goes for it again. So he's really like thinning out the deck, um, which is smart. But again, you need to update the Deep Sea King if you want to do anything. So I just attack over the Rico, which is fine, and get back the swap frog in, and then he set the roar, which will be chained to my heavy storm. I knew the heavy storm wasn't going to do much in this match, but I still use it. Of course, you flip it, so he gets one more turn, and I think I go for the soul release. I banish everything because it showed me the double Tribune Frog, so I banish everything. So I think I'm in a good spot, but still, if he can special summon the Deep Sea King, I'm in trouble. But he need two tribute summon for it, and with no Tribune Frog access, it's going to get pretty hard for him. So yeah, I also goes for the pot of avarice and see if I can top deck something that can help me seal the deal next turn. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the Gor's Book of Moon because I have defensive options now, and I don't fear to get OTK now. So I just equip the gear frame on the fortress and set the Book of Moon. I also put the fortress in defense, but because I was throwing the colossal armory arm OTK, but there was no reason to fear it since both Truman Frog are banished. So I think in retrospective I should have but let the Machina Fortress in attack position. But it doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter because it goes for the heal, and this will destroy the gear frame. But next turn I was thinking of unequipping a gear frame to have a tribute follower for Caius, and I lost this play because I put the Machina Fortress in defense, though that's a misplay on my part. I'm still learning the deck. So it then said 2 cards, he saw the Heavy Storm, so it doesn't have to fear anything. Yeah, so I go for the Machina Gear Frame, try to attacks. So he goes for the enemy control and puts it in defense position, which is fine. So I just set the bottomless and I pass my turn. He top decks the Heavy Storm, which he used immediately. So he clears the Book of Moon and my bottomless. And then he clears the Machina Fortress that will in turn clear the heal. So yeah, I should have never put that card in defense the last turn. And now I don't have much going, but he doesn't too, so it's gonna be a pretty slow one, except if he attacks on my gore, so I just pass my turn. And luckily me, he goes for the Swap Frog, and yeah, he just attacks directly, so he plays into my gores, which I can use. And now he's in big trouble. If he didn't attack, the game could have gone either way, because he would have had more turns to top deck something, because I couldn't do anything. Yeah, but he played into Gauss, so now I can just tribute summon and go for Caius. And now if it doesn't have Battle Fader, that's game. But yeah, just admit his defeat, and we're going to a game number 3, and this time he's starting, so I have to be aware of the of the OTK and the possible side deck cards. And he opened with both Trap Dash Shoots, Deep Seeking, and the access to the True Frog with the Swap Frog and the Substitute. He also has the Gores. He takes the dupes. So does he goes for the full loop? Yeah, so he goes for the substitute play, and I think he's just gonna full dupe lock me, and yeah, so he clears his deck. So the deck is very thinned out, only 25 cards left, and he just said the trap the shoot, so it's getting pretty bad for me. So now I draw. He goes for the trap the shoot, so you love to see it. He wants the Caius because it helps me out the Dupe Frog, but I have the Book of Moon anyways, so I think I decided to special summon the Fortress by pitching a Card Trooper. I used the one Book of Moon to clear one dupe. So I clear a dupe. Does he use it? He doesn't use its effect. Then I use a Charge of the Light Brigade. And I get a Raikou. I set the Raikou, and I set the Book of Moon, I think, that he knows about. And yeah, no, I'm just hoping he doesn't OTK me. So so he top decked a fish, so that's good. You want him to top deck it and not special summon it from the deck with the Deep Seeking. And here he goes for it anyways, because he's not fearing the Book of Moon, and that's the technical part. So he special summon as many fish as he can. And no, so I let it happen because if you use the Book of Moon on the Deep Seeking, you can just tribute a fish monster to negate the card, so you never target this card with the card effects. And there's 2 tuners, so I don't know, insight, maybe I should have used the Book of Moon on Fishborg Blaster right now, but I don't. So I think he first goes for the Black Rose, but doesn't use the effect. So he gets a token, I believe. And here, what I'm fearing is the Mistworm, because he could have gone Deep Seeking, Fishborg Blaster, and the token to make a worm, bounce the whole board. Then you can pitch one, special summon back Fishborg, make a Synchro 5. And that's not game, but I'm so far behind, and yeah, also setting a Rico on established board doesn't do much. So I use the Book of Moon and set the Black Rose Dragon, because I can target the Deep Seeking, as I said. So yeah, so I set the Black Rose, and then he goes for for a Stardust Dragon to play around the Fortress. Then he can make Justice Ally Catastrophe. So I get this, and now I can clear the Machina Fortress. And yeah, it does just a little misunderstanding. He's supposed to use the Stardust on the Machina Fortress effect. And I also only use the Raikou effect to mill. So there's a bit of a blunder here, because maybe a Rico could have worked and I could have cleared the Black Rose, but he would, or the Catastar, but he would still have 2 Synchros and the token. So yeah. and then you get back the Stardust. So no, top deck very good with the Machina gear frame, so I can get the Machina Force, uh, get me uh, get me a way to special summon the fortress, and now I can start to clear the board. So I can clear the token with the gear frame, then I can crash into Stardust and clear the Catastor. So it leaves him with a Black Rose, but we saw most of his fuel, so no, there's not many cards I'm expecting. So I just fast forward. So yeah, he cleared the gear frame, he set the roar, I guess. No, it doesn't. So I just use the compulsory on the Black Rose. It works. Then I top deck Plague, which doesn't do anything. And now I top deck the Fossil Dyna. And since we saw almost every monster in his decks, there's very little card that can oust the Fossil Dyna. So I just start to beat down with the Fossil Dyna. So yeah, top decks a case that we will almost never be able to play. And I just don't really play into anything because I'm throwing the brain control on the Fossil Dyna into a Caius that banishes the second monster. So that's why I just don't summon anything. Did we saw? No, we didn't saw the brain control yet. So that's why I just play it like this. So yeah, he's gonna top the Gypsy King, but it doesn't do anything now. So I just yeah, just fast forward. So I do some more damage with it. Eventually commit into something. So yeah, now I'm in the driver's seat position, but we're still not out of the wood yet because I mean he has a lot of cards. There's the Caius we didn't see. Yeah, the Crasher Swap also, which could be pretty annoying. So I just said the play. I also didn't saw the Torrential Tribute, which I think he is on. Well, I'm expecting it, but no real trap cards, so I just keep on attacking. He goes for the Trinade, and now he's making his move. So he goes for the Salvage, get back the Tongyo, and Tongyo can run over the Fossil Dyna. So he goes for the Tongyo, clear the Fossil Dyna, but he already lost so much life point and so much time. Then he discard the Deep Seeking to special summon the Swap Frog. It doesn't have any targets left, so that's fine for me. Then he goes back to Fishborg. And I don't know, maybe he goes for 6-7. So he goes for the Black Rose again, which doesn't matter. So he just kill the Cloud Trooper, which gets me a +1, and also it set up the Plague for next turn. Then he set yeah, the enemy controller to save his life points, and I just pass his turn. So here I just have to set up 2 monsters and I win, so that's what I do. I go for a first fortress, it's fine. Then I can just normal summon the gear frame, it's fine. And then I just attack. So yeah, I did one. This was pretty close. I think the Fossil Dyna really put on some work, and also he went for the kill while he knew about the Book of Moon, and so it didn't really work out so well for him. But maybe if he was more patient, he could have got the W. So yeah, hope you like the showcasing of the James Arc Fish OTK deck. If I face this deck against again, I will upload some more videos on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.